Good morning, fam. What's up, everybody? Happy Frogs Fuck Friday. Nice for Andy to join us up here. I thought I was going to be hosting today, alone today, brother.
Nope, I'm still in DMs arguing with Sile to try and get him to come up here so that we can do an interview. But man, that dude has the resolve of a fucking brick wall.
We'll just settle for Veloci being up here. He told me he's speaking today.
Yeah, come on, Veloci, let's get you up here too. So I have this really funny idea, and we're gonna do it at some point. And Sile won't talk; he won't voice talks to the community. That's okay. I know he's a real person. I've seen his face. We talk all the time. But I thought it would be fucking hilarious to do an interview with Sile where he doesn't speak and we just have him emoji reaction to answer the questions and then interpret it from there. So for all of you listening, you can let Sile know that you're disappointed that he didn't come today and just say that you're going to floor your frogs. He'll probably just say, fuck you, I'll buy them. But, anyways, it'll be funny just to see what his reaction is. So, anyways, that will happen at some point. And Veloci, we can beta test it with you, man. So come on up whenever you're ready. But Undervalued, how you doing, man? How's your week? How's everything going? What's the vibe, bro? What's the vibe today? It's good, right?
Oh, man. You know what? I woke up this morning and checked my Thor contract. I'm up only 20%. So, what is this pyramid scheme that we have here that isn't doing anything for us, right?
Bullshit. Yeah, so that's funny, man, and that's something I did yesterday too. Is I went through and I calculated my P&L over the last 120 days, and then did a price comparison versus Solana. So I've got all sorts of fun data that we can dig into at some point. We pop up as co-host now. Yeah, we can fucking get people added up here. Yeah, man. So why don't I just cover that real quick? So yeah, 20%. That's some bullshit. I'm sure you're disappointed with that. I know that when we talk to institutional investors and other people running their own funds, when I say that I've done 26% in 120 days, um, that they get boners and that they're very excited to hear what it is that we've been building. So, fun stuff, real quickly. I'll just cover my own personal account. So, I put 27K, 28K almost into the contract when Solana was at $27. Um, Hold on, I have my notes written down right here. So I put in the contract when Solana was $27, put $27,000 in, and currently am up 26% up to $35,000 right now. At the time, I had a maximum amount of Solana by cost value at 823, and now I currently have 952. I have some fun data that I had to double check last night, but we have outperformed staking emissions in 120 days. So we've outperformed an entire year of staking emissions just in terms of Solana value. And at the same time, we've outperformed the price action of Solana by going on 32% at this point as of today. So pretty shitty, total scam, total bullshit. And what's really funny is that this is before we had integrated hedging. So at this point in time, the contract's been operating on really macro moves. What we've done is that we've really made it. Y'all saw that we were messing with the Yakuza profile at one point, shorting some leverage, things like that. It was too degen to be just a straight contract. It wasn't really much of like an investment opportunity as much as it was sort of degen trading, and that's how it was designed. But the fundamental concepts of that are things that are integrated into, I would say, diversified portfolios. And so shorter time frame calls, like on the 1 hour, shorting, integrating small amounts of leverage when either shorting or longing. Those are things that we were really using that contract to beta test some functionality for the TAP contract. And you guys have started to see some of that roll out now. And the biggest one is obviously hedging. If you guys are not into the Telegram channel, not in GMI, but go and get in the Telegram channel, and you'll see one, all of the signals that you're missing out on, and two, you'll see the auto contract performing obviously spot buys, spot sells, and now scaling into shorts, which is, a really big pivotal part of our trading style that hasn't been integrated into the contract. Well, MFers, I've been saying it for months, and it is finally done. And so we've also expanded the signals to operate and take some smaller, shorter time frame signals too. We know that like 4 hour and 1 day calls and 1 week calls, which are also something that we weigh our bags on heavily, those can take a lot of time to hit, take profit and entry levels. Got a little bit boring. So we did expand a very small percentage of the sidelined capital to being able to, one, hedge, two, doing the interest generating deposits, and then three, take some of the shorter time frame calls, 1 hour calls. But we will not touch 15-minute calls just because those are inherently so risky. The next cool thing that I really want people to start seeing from the contract, and I was just in chat talking about this in the whale chat, we've really been looking at this contract and the performance of it via very, I'd say, pigeonholed lens. And that's just trading Solana. That's just obviously working with what's available from a volume perspective on Drift and Solana DeFi, which is pretty dismal bullshit. Hopefully that's changing soon. But at this point, we've really started to integrate components into the contract that give us the ability to do some more diversification. And now we can take hedges out on any asset that's currently trading with volume on Drift, which, isn't a ton, but it's still a huge improvement from just trading Solana. I've also said that we have plans to go where the liquidity and the trading volume really is. And that I've already, I'm no smoke and mirrors bullshit. I've been saying, we're porting this over to be, interoperable to BNB and then EVM compatible chains as well as, baseline layer one Ethereum. Now, what does that mean for us? At this point in time, we can confidently say, hey, our protocol is a viable investment opportunity for those looking to diversify and or maintain an automated trading account or trading portfolio. Now, our limitations have really been, hey, it's if you're bullish on Solana, and it's if this is an environment that you want to exist and that, Solana is home base. Now, what we're really getting into is, hey, anybody from anywhere, one, if you want to maintain a automated trading portfolio, we can do that with any asset. If your baseline intention is to maintain a profitable account and or outperform the market, historically speaking, we can do that. And now we're applying it to any asset. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Injective, Sui. I'm up 40% on a render spot buy. Things like that have really been, a bit of a limitation for us on the Solana volume. Now, I've known that for a while now, going on like 8 months. I've been the one bitching to the team and specifically to Sile, like, hey, dude, it's time for us to take this and to where the volume is. And it's because we've seen trades go, one, not surprisingly well for the efficacy of Thor, but it's really gone sort of untapped. Get it? Tap? Blah. It's really been an untapped market for us to really apply our protocol to and give that same level of, potential upside. Not anything's not fucking guaranteed, no NFA and all that shit, but some of the potential upside from some of our trades that we have. And I reference this all the time. Render. We've been talking about Render in Degen shitcoin traders for months. We were all buying it at 1.32, and it's currently, bouncing around what our 1 day short was, around $2.02. So, it's things like that are going to really give us that opportunity to amplify, not only just the profitability. I got to be so fucking careful what I say. The performance. It's going to give us the ability to maximize the performance and diversity within our portfolio and within the contract, and it's all automated. So, that's something that I'm so excited, one, personally for, because I don't have fucking time to trade anymore. And two, this is really where we need the protocol to be. And this is something that I'm really looking forward to being a marketable aspect of what it is that we offer, where I'm not trying to pitch people holding a bag of Solana anymore. we're going to. That's an asset we're super bullish on, and we trade a shit ton of Solana. But we can go to anybody and give them the opportunity to diversify their portfolios, their treasury management, growing their war chest for their project, anything. And that they can say, hey, I don't care what it is you're trading, just go trade and make sure you don't fuck it up. Right on, cool, we can do that. And two, a vision of mine is to give people customizable contracts, or to give people, I think, more sentimentally inclined contracts. We can do things like, hey, here's the Big Ten. Hey, here's a slightly broadened, maybe top 50 coins are really within this trading contract. And so it's getting to the point that I've wanted it to be for a very long time. And that's an eclectic, diversified trading portfolio that outperforms the market and does what I don't have time to do, which is trade. I don't know how many times I wake up and I say, hey, oh shit, I wish I bought that dip. And I look at the Thor contract and it did. And I'm like, it's cool, sick. Or, hey, I wish I sold that pump. And then I look at the Thor contract and I'm like, oh, hey, it did. So, yeah, long-winded way, Andy fucking answer of saying that the contract has had so many improvements over the last 6 months. It is honestly so far along from where we started. And I think that the next phase, of updates that we have coming out, that really starts pushing us to the vision that Sile and I had months and months and months ago. So things are going astoundingly well. And I know that we talked a little bit in the fucking name of the space today's tap partnership announcement. And where we're at as a project and where I'm at mentally is that we've been really collecting data. We've been doing something that you don't see a lot of people doing. When someone makes an algo, when someone makes a trading protocol, they run back testing. And super quick check in on back testing. Back testing is bullshit. If you talk to anyone and they tell you how great their back testing is, cool, right on, that's a data point. Ask them for actualized trades. What generally happens is that people operate under the most favorable market conditions that they can when backtesting, either the assumption that your order filled with its entirety, that your exchange that you were using hit that specific entry and exit point. And we know that that varies, a lot depending on what exchange you're using. So it really assumes the most favorable conditions. And that can really give a very strong bias towards the hit ratio or efficacy of their trading protocol, under the assumption that everything worked out perfectly. I got my orders filled and all that good shit. It's generally bullshit. It's generally not, I would say, the most reflective way of how it would actually operate in actuality. What it does is it's a general guideline of, hey, these signals usually work. But so backtesting, just as a general, largely bullshit, though it is an important data, just for stress testing. What's more important and what's more impactful is real world actualized data. And that's what we've been doing. And one of the things that we've been working toward is a year of actual data. And we're getting closer. And so far, it's been promising with the amount of data that we've collected over the period of time that the contract's been open, that this is operating as well as, quote unquote, the back testing performance suggests. 75% hit rate on trading signals, and generally speaking, an annual return of over 13%. And so that's something that I'm really excited about. And this is ADD Andy rant right now. This is what we've needed to appeal to the people outside of crypto space. I love everybody in crypto. I love the Solana homies, but we know what that general expectation is like, dude, if it doesn't moon or 10 or 100x, I don't give a fuck about it. And it's like, okay, that's cool. How's your King coin going? How's your poo poo pee pee coin going? What risk did you take and what was the outcome? Okay, well, did you get
Bro,
mugged?
don't talk about pee pee poo poo coin, dude. It's too soon. Still
Bro,
running from it.
nah, fuck that pee pee poo poo coin. It's about that poo poo pee pee coin. But yeah, so like the mentality is generally, hey, if I don't make a bag off this, if it doesn't 10x or 100x, that's what I'm in it for, that risk tolerant stuff. That's okay. I understand that that holds a place in our ecosystem. And guys, I've got a bag of random shit coins myself too. What's more appealing, and I think what's more been our target market and our target audience, is people that want to ignore the noise, that they do want to run a profitable but risk averse trading profile, and that they do want to actualize gains on, real tradable coins, not just bullshit. And they've wanted the data. So now there's been a big shift for us at the team, at least from my head, and how I'm sort of starting to roll this out to the team at large, is that this gives people the opportunity to use our protocol who want to maintain, I think generally from the traditional financial infrastructure, returns that are really unbelievable. We're talking about 26% in 120 days. And yeah, yes, you could have perfectly timed the bottom and you could have bought all of your money into Solana at $18. But did you? Was that something that you made that decision on your own? You timed the market? No. Okay. Were you waiting for $12? Were you waiting for $8 again? Our protocol at this point has proven to people that it outperforms and also protects capital. And that's really the baseline for us to expand this outward. And now we're taking on, one of the roles for us as a team is to roll this out to help Solana, is to help our friends, to help, the people using it, and to scale it outward into a Web 2 audience and Web 3. And one of the ways that we're doing that is now we can say with confidence, hey guys, do you have a bag of Solana? Are you looking to maintain your account, your treasury, whatever the fuck it is that you want to grow? We now have a time tested, actual trading data, to support our claims that this is an opportunity for you to manage your funds with our software and our protocol. And now we can go to partners, which we've been doing. And I'm sure I'm going to pass this off to Undervalued to take the reins here in a second. We've been going out and talking to people we're close with in Solana and giving them the opportunity to use this to manage a portion of their treasuries. And that's something that we see time and time again wrecking projects, is that, hey, you guys are really great at what it is that you do. Do you know how to manage your treasury? Do you have financial analysts or someone quant trading for you? No. Hey, here's this protocol. You go do what you do best, and we'll do what we do best, and we'll help ensure that you don't get wrecked, and we'll give you a viable investment opportunity to continue to grow your bags. And that's what people want. That's what the larger audience and population as a whole want. Not everyone is like us, where our risk tolerances here within crypto and NFT space are insurmountable. There are no risk limitations for some of us. I know 50 of you guys out there will 50x a degen coin, blah, 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 blah. But that's not everybody. And that's not the people that we're really looking for, within this protocol. And that's really given us an opportunity now to expand our target demographic and our audience to the people that do want to maintain those crypto trading portfolios and do so without lifting a finger. So we are excited to begin rolling this out. And this is one of the first freshman classes that we have coming out with our TAP partnerships. And we've been very exclusive with who we've chosen to partner with. Y'all know us. We will always support D-Rugs. We will always do everything within our power to support the people taking that initiative on themselves and looking to, either revive or just maintain a community. And what's one of the hardest things that we see time and time again is that it's revenue generation. It's protecting your bags and protecting your capital for operational expenses. And in large part, we don't see there being a ton of solutions for these people to find for their capital. And Sketty, it looks like you're having connection issues. Please don't rug us, Poppy. And so yeah, we have gone through and we've limited our original class to 25 partners. And what we've done is that we've partnered with them not only for their own treasury management, but also as a utility offering for their holders to use our protocol as well. And it accomplishes a few really key things for us. One, it helps people. Y'all know us at this point. That's something that we're really sentimentally bullish on. We've really tried to be a value first project and build things for the Solana ecosystem. And that this is something that anyone, any project can utilize to really avoid getting wrecked. Now, two, what does it do for us as the frogs? Well, it does a few things. It really leverages the reputation that we've established over the last 2 years because there's an element of trust there that you can't replicate as a new project or protocol. And that's something that we are 100% appreciative to have and utilizing to benefit, one, the project, and two, Solana as a whole, three, the TVL within the protocol. At this point, we are finally looking to scale Tap and to scale Thor. We've largely viewed a lot of what we've been doing as beta testing, and y'all have seen the iterations come over the last year, what that's meant for the protocol and how we've actually integrated some of those changes into the benefit. Because, hey, Sketty, I'm never going to forgive you for that. I was on such a good rant, bro. I was on such a good rant, Sketty. Everybody, you can still drop his exclamation point Sketty in Discord. I think it says how handsome of a frog he is. Undervalued, let's get you back up here. Bro, how'd you like that rant, Undervalued?
You were cooking, bro. You were cooking.
I know, I was cooking. And fucking Sketty put out the fire, man.
You said it's the Canadian internet over there that did it.
Oh, yeah.
It explains it.
Oh, man. Well, that's it, guys. That's today's Spaces. That was fun. We had one shot that we fucked it up. Oh, man. Well, so where'd I cut out at?
I don't know, man. You were just going, and yeah, I can't remember where it cut out at. But I can give a couple of data points just from the spot buying that the contract has done. So I was looking at this while you were talking. In between August or 16th and September 26th, Thor bought Solana 12 times between a price of $17 and $23, and then had its first sell at $24.39 on October 2nd. It bought it four more times between October 9th and October 12th between $21 and $23, and then it had two sales this morning at $26.38 and $27.18. So just from a spot buying perspective, it's been freaking crushing it just on Solana only as the asset. So with this hedging stuff and everything, where it's going to be doing shorter term trades, I'm super curious to see how this changes everything.
I can expect that we will see some more interesting movements. That's do you like that vague answer? We're going to see something
whenever
interesting.
Shorts, is it going to be displaying the trades for the shorts and everything on the recent trades on the dashboard as well?
So that's something that we're looking to fix on the dashboard. We know that that's not the most convenient way to track those trades right now. As it stands, you do have to navigate directly to the drift page, and you can see the active trades. And what you'll also notice is that it's a scale model. And so we're scaling into shorts, and we will scale out, taking profit and or cutting losses. And that's something mathematically precise done by Thor. So you do have to go and see that. You can see notifications on Telegram, but we have a ton of upgrades coming to the dashboard. We think that that's a little bit of a weaker point to the protocol. From the back end side of things, it's beautiful. It works. We can check the chain. All's good. Check price. Good job. Now, what do you see when you see our dashboard? Not a lot of that's really expressed very clearly on the dashboard. And that's something that we as a team have known for a long time. and that integration of hedging and other perpetual trades, will impact that visualization. And so fucking Andy's in long-winded mode today. It's also weird when I refer to myself in the third person. I don't know why I do that. I think it's because Sile does that. Anyways, so we will be visualizing that data and those active trades a little bit differently. We have a full rework of the dashboard that we have coming out, as well as a new way to pledge. And that's something that I'm really bullish on personally, and something that I've been wanting to reduce the friction for a long time. The matching the contract. Y'all all know that you have to go in, you have to match the state of the contract from a percentage basis of either USDC or Solana. Now, that's cool. That's a really good way for us to start, stress testing some of this stuff. But it's not the most, I'd say, feasible solution for people coming in that's new to the contract, or as we begin diversifying into additional assets and with the inclusion of perpetual contracts. You can't say, hey, match this right now. Well, that's been a problem. And what we're doing now is we are making it to where you will in the future, and y'all know how we are. It's not like it's not happening tomorrow. It's done when it's done. But soon you'll be able to either add to your contract or start a new contract with just US dollar or USDC. Another really cool idea that we had is that people who want the opportunity to DCA into the contract specifically. Now, y'all know that that's a very time-tested, fundamentally strong way to trade is DCA. Just don't give a shit, right? Now, the opportunity for us becomes, hey, don't just DCA in blindly, DCA into our contract, which will then give you the perfect entry and exit points for whenever you decide to come in. And that's something that, Sile's having dinner with his wife, and he said he couldn't come up here today. So everyone wish them a happy date night. And also, fuck him for not coming and letting us do a silent interview. Love you, Sile. So again, it's a lot of information every time we talk, but it's something that I want y'all to see where our heads are at on and the reasons that we're implementing some of these changes. Friction reduction has been the name of the game for going on a year now. And entering into the contract at any point in time, scaling in just with USDC, operationally speaking, having shorts and longs active at the same time. These all give us the opportunity for anyone to come in, pledge to the contract, and then be happy with the outcome. What we've seen in the past is something that we still see all the time, and it's that FOMO mentality. When the contract's pumping because we've been buying Solana at $17 or wherever it is that we've been buying, people see those numbers and they say, well, fuck yeah, I want to be part of this. And we're like, well, fuck yeah, we want you to be a part of this. But they're coming in when Solana is $26, $27. And for them, you have to either match the contract, so you either have Solana on your own, or you need to buy Solana. Now, if you buy Solana at $26 to match the contract, well, you're essentially buying the top for the local top, and you're not going to be as pleased with the outcome as we want you to be. And so that's been something that we've been largely working on behind the scenes for a while now, is how do we alleviate that pain? How do we make this to where it is an enjoyable and I think financially, I'm so fucking weird about the lawyer terms and shit now. How do we make sure that people don't get wrecked? That's one of the ways. It doesn't matter what the price is. It doesn't matter to match the contract. It's USD. It can scale in and be a bit of like a holding to where it matches the contract on its own at a point, and then it's like a fully, fleshed addition to the contract. And until then, what are we going to be doing? Well, we'll be running shorts. We're going to use that capital to do what we've been saying, which is automate liquidity providing, both on USDC, USDT, IMSOL, now BSOL, and that these are the things that we can do as the contract begins to scale out. And so, that's really where we're at. And long fucking terribly 40 minutes of Andy talking just to say it's time for us to scale the protocol. Why? Why now? Because it's finally ready to scale. These solutions that we've needed to come up with have taken a tremendous amount of time and back-end development power, and they're ready to come to market. And as we do, it removes those things we've been talking about being barriers, the friction, the pledging, all of these things that you guys as either active frog holders or engaged community members, you understand. And something that we don't want to have to confuse and or segment new people coming into our ecosystem because they don't understand it. It needs to be a Web 2 solution for a Web 3 product. And at the same time, it needs to be that level of return and that level of power that Web 3 natives or even trader natives say, hey, this is a great fucking option for me to park some capital in, for me to set it and forget it. I'm going to go and use your manual Thor trading signals to my own trading strategy. And then I'm going to put my safekeepings or my safe, my hideaway, my under the bed stash, whatever it is, my entire portfolio. I have a fourth of my trading portfolio in Thor. That's a huge, I would say it's a big commitment for me. And at the same time, it is me literally putting my money where my mouth is, that this is the solution that we have been building out for 2 years now is finally coming to market. And that the amount of people that it appeals to are outside of Solana NFT natives, outside of Solana natives, and it begins becoming an attractive, scalable model for us to approach additional, outside funds, Web 2 investors, or people. My really fucking big boner target audience is all of these people that don't know fuck all about crypto, that want to take advantage of the price action or DeFi elements and don't know how to, and that we can facilitate that for them. And so, man, I hope you guys see it's a lot of Andy saying words and shit up here, but it's a lot of putting actual solutions, boots on the ground, and ready to scale. And that we can be a financial service for people who don't know fuck all about crypto, or they don't want to know fuck all about crypto, or they know about crypto, but they don't know how to fucking trade it. So, long-winded update, but man, I hope you guys see where we're going.
Fuck yeah, dude. You want to get into some of the partnerships we got coming out? So we got a big space coming up October 25th, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know, are we dropping the names of the partnerships, or we got to make that post later today and tag them all and just tell people to be on the lookout for it?
Yeah, let's just make that post later. A little bit of mystery, man.
We'll give you a little hint. There's a couple of project founders before we rug that were in the spaces that are our partners, and there may or may not be a couple in the audience right now that are our Thor partners. So I'll give you that, and then we'll give it a little mystery and make a post later today.
That sounds good, man. And I am into it. And I want to say that the reaction and the support from the ecosystem has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm so fucking stoked to bring to market this whole everything. It feels like it was a pipe dream when we first started. And guys, I'd like to say, if you've been supporting us and if you've been here and if you've been listening to these things that we've said, that we said we were going to bring to market, we are bringing them to market. You are now a part of the world's first on-chain decentralized hedge fund contract. That's something we promised 18 months ago, and here it is. Now, this is a huge labor of love from a lot of the team. And this has been something that we've poured a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and time into. And this is something we're going to continue to do so. And I'm getting on my fucking bullshit because it's about time for me to go and literally put this information right in people's faces, show them through the transparency on the blockchain, and scale this bitch out. So that's exactly what we're doing, man. But I will say that there's definitely some familiar faces in our partner projects that you guys will see come out, and that we were very exclusive on who we chose to talk to. We went with friends, people that we knew, people that we respected, and I'm really excited to release the freshman class when we have coming out. But Fearless, I see we got you up here, and didn't know if you had a question, my friend, or what was up, man. But Mike's yours.
Yeah, hey, I'm pretty excited about the news that you guys are putting out here. It's really exciting. My question was in regards to Kira. Like, where does Kira play in all this?
Kira is the fundamental backbone of our trading services. Kira is the way that you interact with the trading contract. It is how people will have to facilitate the opening of their contract. And we do have a model that we'll be rolling out for Kira's subscription model. Now, before you ask, or before the next question comes to mind, we constantly hear, hey, what does this mean for frogs? Well, it means two things. It means that you get our trading signals for free, and that you get a tremendous discount on any taxes that we place on profit from the contract. Now, two, as we scale this model out, and as people do become priced out from the tiers, we needed to give them a solution to being able to use and scale our services. And that's where the subscription model comes into play. Now, what does subscription model cost? At face value, it costs USDC or USD. Now, what does that USDC go towards? It goes towards buying the required amount of Kira needed to get the contract, to get the trading signals, to get the trading tier, to purchase Thor Pro, to purchase some of these additional tools and services we have coming out. And the end user only sees USDC cost. However, all of those transactions go towards the purchase of the required amount of Kira. And quick touch, right now it costs $5 to open a Thor contract. Now, Kira as a cost, 15-minute Soul Long just popped up. Everybody go look, Soul 15 minute, about to hit the zone. Let's see what happens. Pump, baby. Now, what does that mean for you? Like, okay, well, $5 of Kira right now is something like 600. Let's just say in a hypothetical world that the price action of Kira causes the price to go up because it's a deflationary token. Well, if Kira is worth $1 one day, let's just say, and this is not fucking financial advice, then it will only cost 5 Kira. And so this is something that scales over time. It scales with the demand of the services, and it gives people who make Kira, generally from a gamified way, because we don't just give staking emissions anymore. That is an opportunity for people to, one, get the services that we offer for free, trading services, trading signals, and then the tax reduction. And it also gives you some Kira to do with what you please. You can save it, you can hoard it like I do, you can sell it, you can provide liquidity against it, you can do any number of things that Kira was designed for. All at the same time maintaining exposure to the contracts, the trading signals, all which are provided as a benefit of holding Cyberfrogs. So I hope that answers your question. The short answer is it's the fucking backbone of everything that we're doing. And continuing to move forward, we will maintain that dedication to Kira being the fuel that fuels our entire system.
Do you anticipate like adjusting the requirements of Kira to interact with the different services?
100%.
Okay.
That's something that we want the math to take care of on its own. We are going to set USDC value prices against our services. Thor Pro will cost X amount of dollars a month on top of your access. So we have tiers within the frogs. It's 1, 5, 9, 15, 24, 50, 100, right? So not very many people are going to come out and spend $30,000 on lifetime access. You know, or how do I put this? The price of frogs reflect the value that we have for the tiers, right? Now, there's two things that happen, man, is that people are either priced out at this point or they want to test the waters. And so we can place, I think, nominal fees and USDC value against those. Let's just say whale access is $250 a month. And I'm just throwing out random numbers here. $250 a month is $250 a month. What's happening on the back end is that it's facilitating the purchase and burn of Kira based on the price action. And so the USDC value of the services will not change. However, the amount of Kira, depending on what the price action is on Kira, will change. I hope that makes sense.
Yep, totally. That was my concern, was that, like, you know, why is someone going to spend an absurd amount of money to do a transaction when you could just, anyways, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, no worries.
I think the big thing there is that Web 2 is now going to be able to interact with Thor based off of the past history of our returns, and it's going to be buying Kira, giving it more use case, and they don't even know that they're interacting with Kira at that point because they're just using USDC, right?
Yeah, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm excited.
So let's just say, hypothetically speaking here, somebody wants to come in and they want access to all 100 currencies and all 10,000 stocks that we provide. Currently, that is free for Giga Whales and up. They get all the stocks, they get everything, it's all free. Now, for instance, I want to come in, I think that Thor's the shit, I see all the data, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to take a stab at it. I want to see what they say on this stock. That's a $5 per request fee. So if I want to look at the Apple stock calls one time, that's $5. It gives us as a project a ton of opportunity. One, to get in front of new people. Two, to give them the opportunity to either beta test or see for themselves the efficacy of Thor. And three, it gives us a model which incentivizes one frog holders to just get these things for free or extremely discounted rates. At the same time, maintaining, gamified Kira emissions. And that's a model that I'm really looking forward to scaling. So the USD value,
a la carte stocks and crypto and just sell like that one call.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, dude, that's sick. I didn't even know that.
Yep. And so that's what we've been building. All of these things. I constantly say, guys, we're beta testing a ton of stuff. And we're getting out of beta testing and we're getting into product delivery. The website that we have coming out is a fully fucking different vibe. Y'all won't even recognize what it is. And I'm not trying to paint fucking sunshine and rainbows here. It's an intentional design. What does the TAP website talk about? It talks about two things specifically: trading and trading. Did you catch that? Two things. Yeah, auto trading and manual trading. Those are literally the only things that it talks about. And our services reflect what it is that that we're really pushing here, and that we've been pushing for a long time, and that we've given it to you guys, and they're gonna have to pay for it. So that's one of the most exciting, I think, changes coming to the website, and also a new, very different, clean user flow and user experience. Let's get Poppy up here.
So short-term future of Auto Thor. We're getting, I think we have, 16 NFT partners right now. So we're getting them on board. With most of them are going to be onboarding with their treasuries as well as their community. We have the Thor website coming out where we're going to be able to appeal more to Web 2 users and have them directly interact with the contract using USDC directly. What else would you say is like the near short-term future of TAP for adoption by end of year?
By
Not
end
to
of
put
year?
timelines on anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, bro, come on now. We've learned our lesson, right?
Basically, Wind Moon, bro. Wind Moon.
What I can say is that it's already becoming where the data speaks for itself and it's too loud to ignore. And that's what we've really been pushing for on our end, and that's how we've operated this entire time. I've been really honest and transparent with you guys within the community because y'all are actively supporting us, and I want y'all to know what it is you're supporting. Now, what really phase we're in right now is scaling it and getting out from a business development side of things and bringing this to market. I'm really looking forward to our TAP website focusing on what it is that's really driven the growth and adoption of our project, which is trading. And what does that mean for Frog website? Well, we get to go back to doing weird shit and no one judging our trading protocol because we decided to release a shorting and longing NFT platform, or decided to do automated lending protocol, or decided to do a white cap hacker service where we go and white hat hack people's protocols on Solana and give them updates for them to fix so that they don't get exploited by people that are shittier than us. And that we give them the solutions, tell them the problems, and let them fix it, opposed to draining, per se, Mango Market for $50 million or whatever it was. So, this gives us the opportunity to go back to what we enjoy doing, which is exploring new, innovative ideas and, just seeing what fucking happens, while letting what we know happens well and what we've been looking to scale, and which is our right product fit for our project and company, which is the trading services. So, yeah, I know that I'm still surprised. We got 41 people in here, and I'm humbled and surprised every week when I look down and I'm like, Andy, you've been rambling for way too fucking long. No one gives a shit about what you're talking about. And then turns out by the end of it in Discord, everyone's like, bullish fucking call. And that makes me so happy because it really, to me, it makes me know that we've curated the community that sees the vision, wants to support it. And that's just really, it's humbling seeing a product being adopted by people that you've never met before, but have become your friends and family. So with that being said, Poppy, we got you up here, man. What's up, my brother?
Yo, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good Friday and everything. Frogs fuck. I had a quick question. So I'm big on the lending side of things. That's what I was doing prior before the 6-month and 1-year lockup. So I was wondering if there's any update or anything on your guys' side of things when it comes to maybe doing like a what's it called, like lending protocols or just any type of issue. I just ask mainly because for me it was like I would borrow against a frog, and then I'd have like a week, and it felt almost like a mini game trying to make the money. What I'm saying is like try to make back the interest plus extra and then pay it back. It was that's how I treated it, right? And so I was wondering if there's anything on that side of things where you guys are looking at maybe doing that or something similar, or partnering up with somebody else.
So partnering, yes. There's no shame in the lending game, bro. But what I can say is that we really want that conviction to be rewarded. And one of the ways that we can provide value is through Kira. And that is something that probably will not be double dippable, where if you choose to lend or loan, that will segment you away from participating in the locked staking. And that is by design. Now, I'm not one to give you any advice on your bags. What I can say is that a healthy balance between staking and then having a supply to either lend or take loans out on is how I would personally do it. But that's a decision that you'll have to make for yourself. We do have lending partners, and there are people who are continuing to come up with some ideas that we may or may not utilize. But we will not do a lending protocol on our own. We have something entirely different that we've been cooking up on that front, man.
Very cool, dude. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Not a problem, brother. Ezio, I haven't heard from you in a long time. What's up?
Hey, Andy. First of all, I just want to say I want to thank you and your team for all the hard work you've been putting in. I've been using your Tor calls for the past month, and it's fucking insane. I've generated more than 58% in like 20 days. And I was wondering, I have two questions. So the first one is, will holders of partnered projects be able to access the manual Tor calls, and what will be the tax rate for the automatic Tor?
Great questions, man. So the first one is a big old fuck no. While we love them and we appreciate their support, manual signals are meant to be a reward for cyberfrogs. Obviously, when we roll out the subscription model for manual signals, the incentive becomes, it's a good use case for Kira. Let's just put it that way. Now, that's something by design. For the automated signal, they do get a small break. If they are a partner project with us, we've reduced the tax for them by 10%. And so there is an 18% tax on P&L. One of the things that I'll be really transparent about, and that I assume our partner projects will be as well, is that this is a revenue split. Frogs will continue to take a portion of the profit. However, one of the ways that we're adding value to our partner projects is that anyone that comes in that has their PFP or their frog or their NFT within their wallet, that becomes a revenue split, and that we will do a 60-40 split with the project, that any of their users who use Thor, that we send some of those profits back to the project. We did this for a couple reasons. It's a incentivization model for the projects to partner with us, to manage some of their funds, to encourage their community members to use it as well. It gives them not only a solution for treasury management, but it is a revenue stream. And what's more important is that it's an ethical revenue stream. That they don't need to do another mint, they don't have to do anything, blah, 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 blah. And that this gives them an opportunity to really, I think, leverage their community, give them value, and at the same point in time, help grow their own treasury too. So that's our solution for them. But manual signals will not go out to anybody other than frog holders or people who choose to do the subscription model Thor Access.
Perfect. I think that's a great idea. And and what's like the timeline for the Thordinals, like automatic Thor for Bitcoin? Do you have any idea or?
Yes, I do. So it's another great question, and I know that we've been getting some questions, and I've answered them one-on-one in Discord. So the contract is done. The contract is ready to go live. The contract has been ready to go live since mint date, but here's the holdups. There's no fucking volume on Bitcoin on Solana. Now, what do? Well, we find solutions. Part of the solutions we've already talked about: bridging to additional chains, maintaining that automated account outside of just Solana. And two, I'd say one of the more bullish sort of inclined responses is that Bitcoin is finally coming more and more over to Solana. At the original time that we opened the contract, or that we had it done, there was 23 Bitcoin on Solana. Now there is 97 Bitcoin on Solana, if not maybe a little bit more. So what we've really been pitching for a long time and trying to be really transparent about is that it is done, and that we can let it live right now, but that it will sit idle to the point of infuriating frustration, because there is no fucking volume on Bitcoin on Solana yet. So what are we going to do? Well, we're building bridges, we're making our protocol interoperable, and we will facilitate the release of the automated Thordinal contract as soon as we are done with that. But the last thing we're going to do is release a tool into an ecosystem that is not ready for it. And I gotta say, I was a little more personally optimistic about the TBTC integration. I did think that there was going to be a larger influx of volume over here on Solana, but like I think everyone's noticed, it's a bit more of a slow burn. So, Thordinals, we have not forgotten about you. That is not, I can't even say it's the furthest thing from the truth. If anything, the Thordinals collection and the release of the automated Bitcoin contract has really pushed us to find solutions that I think, one, will make the protocol as a whole way more attractive, way more powerful, but two, gave us the opportunity to expand in ways that we hadn't really thought of before. So that is one thing I'm really looking forward to. If you're actively using the Bitcoin pairings right now, and I see Dregs just requested up here, and he is actively using them. They're doing the same damn thing that our regular signals do, and people are up tremendously in their Bitcoin trading. So automated portfolio is ready, but we have to be strategic when we release it. The last thing we're going to do is like what we did with the Yakuza contract, where we did let some pressure get to us, and we wanted to release it, and the timing wasn't right. And we all know what happened, which is why we closed the fucking Yakuza contract and then integrated it into the regular contract in a much smaller way. So If you're holding out for the automated contract for the Bitcoin and the Thordinal pairings, I want y'all to know that we have not forgotten. It is done, and we are really pushing ourselves to get that live as soon as possible.
Nice. Thank you very much. Oh,
Of course.
one last question. Just one question. Right now, to access the calls on stocks, if I'm not mistaken, we have to pay for each stocks, right?
Correct. If you're
And so-
under GigaWhale.
Yeah. So I'm a whale, and so would it be possible to like pay a subscription, like a Kira subscription, for like a bundle of 10 stocks or 20 stocks or stuff like that, or is it going to change, or is it always going to be one stock for 48 hours?
It's funny you ask. Yes, we can do packages for stocks where you can choose 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever it is, right? We'll have different tiers for that as well. One of the things that we will be doing now too, and one of the things you may have noticed, is that depending on what tier you're in, that there is a different price. And this is meant to continue to add value to our higher tiers, and to one, also just value any level tier, that if you own a Cyberfrog and you're trading, that they're inherently cheaper for you to gain access to. And so whales, I don't know off the top of my head what the fee is, but I can say that it does increase slightly as you go down in the tier level, and that when we roll out the subscription model, everyone, even a single Cyberfrog holder, will see the benefit in holding a Cyberfrog from a reduction perspective.
Perfect. Thanks. And thanks again for your hard work. I hope everything works out for you.
Oh, man. Everything is already working out. Guys, we have made this bear market our bitch. I just want to throw that out there, like, real quick. If anybody was wondering how we're doing as a team, we're riding on a fucking cloud, looking at numbers, looking at the community sentiment, looking at the power of our protocol, looking at literally everything at hand. And we were like, dude, we made this bear market our bitch. And that's how I want you guys to feel as well, too. Like, yeah, there's been some volatility in price action for Cyberfrogs as a base asset. Cool. Fucking welcome to NFTs. What we've done is maintained 100 fucking X over our DRUG price. We are constantly growing new and active users. We have facilitated one of the best, most active, most welcoming, warm, friendly, fun fucking communities that exist on Solana. And we now have a product that fits not only Web3 natives, but appeals to the broader audience at large. Web2 natives, everyone's a fucking Web2 native, what am I saying? Web2 normies, Forex traders, and everything in between. And so, yeah, how are we doing? We look at our success every fucking day, and we are humbled by it. And it continues to push us to make this next phase just as fucking strong. I'm happy with where we're at all across the board, guys. The community is literally one of the best on the blockchain. I hear it all the time. People come in and they're like, oh my God, frogs, fuck, what the hell? And they're like, yeah, we're a bunch of fucking people, degens, traders, professionals, whoever, wherever, that just got tired of the status quo in the NFT space. And that from that, one of the strongest, most battle-hardened communities that exists is out here. And we're riding the cloud. So, guys, I can't thank y'all enough, because without y'all, the support, I could have just been some random asshole up here talking about cool stuff we were going to build, and no one would have given a shit. Instead, we have over 3,000 token holders and the most active Discord that I'm involved in. And I know that there's tons of other ones that are out there. And what's really lucky is that we're also friends with anybody who's still active here at this point, too. So all is well. Everything has been going fucking great. Yeah, random ADD moment. If you guys wonder how the team views it, it's a fucking massive success. And it's really cool to see the next iteration of this really come into market right now. So, Dregs, hey man, we got you up here. I don't see your hand up or anything, but what's up, man?
Oh, yo. Oh, I was just gonna touch on a couple things that Ezio had mentioned. Just like little pro tips and using the interface. I found definitely watch list your stocks if you spending some cure to get into that and you're seeing some calls, I definitely watch list it because I know that could be a little issue going back and forth and losing the call and not having it. Also, Thordinal, the BTC Sol, LTC Sol, all those. I just been messing with that. I have never really messed with it before, but already in the past 2 weeks, literally up 12% on my BTC holdings. And right now it kind of made me go over to, what was that? LTC again from BTC. Looks like it's ready to go up. And what's really cool about that is using those. And then now that I'm in LTC from a bit of that BTC, now I go into the LTC USD calls and see where Thor has an idea for that and kind of integrating both the Cyberfrog calls and the kind of Thordinal pair callings. It's some fun to be had there. Just wanted to throw that out.
It's
But
fucking,
yeah.
it's dangerously fun, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's dangerously fun.
It's dangerously fun. I do the same shit. I'll sit there and I'll trade Bitcoin versus Ethereum, Bitcoin versus Solana, and then I'll be bored or, wanting to know what my USD exit is or whatever it is. And I just switch to different signals. And I'm like, okay, cool. I got a solution for that too. So,
yeah, it's great. It gets really wild, and it helps me not be so impatient for not sitting on an empty trade. I feel like I just want to make a trade out of thin air, but finding that there seems to now always be some direction to go towards is really cool.
it helps take the guesswork out. It's not charting fucking hours a day and trying to maintain visibility on 50 different, whatever it is that you're trading. It's solutions and entry and exits right in front of you, however you want to take it. So, dude, Dregs, I saw the other day, didn't you just pull a 6% Bitcoin trade on some of your Bitcoin pairings?
Actually, yeah, it ended up catching some of those wicks that when I guess that helped with the news, whatever Coin Telegraph helped me out there. But
Yeah.
it caught both the spikes, but it only took, I'm already on the second trade. It kind of fell below entry because of the pump recently, but I still feel really confident that the trade could come through. But yeah, the first one right off the bat in 1 week at 4 days is already 6% up on my BTC holdings. So for what I traded, and that was awesome.
Not fucking bad, right?
No.
Not fucking bad at all. This is the shit that makes me so happy. I love using Thor. I use it to manage every fucking dollar that I own. But what's cooler is seeing people come in, use it for themselves in their own style and strategy. And yeah, it's just been fucking really cool to see.
Yeah. And honestly, using that, now the contract to me has become really cool because I honestly don't have time for just Sol anymore. Just being able to focus on other assets, even the stock market, is really freaking crazy.
It does, dude. That's one of the biggest things we see from people who are most actively using it. Is it's like Andy, Sile, thank you guys for saving me time. I don't have time for this. I work for a fucking living. Blah 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 blah. Thank you guys. So, phase 1, check, guys. I mean, literally, I want to fucking really put this in perspective. Everything that we've released, everything that we've done, everything that you have within your arsenal of Cyberfrog's tools and utility and trading services, all of that was phase fucking 1. I can confidently say we are moving on to phase 2. And with that, the end of the year will be big for us. We're pushing a lot of things across the finish line that have been in production for a long time. I'm really excited to get them out. I'm really excited to show you some of the other side projects that we've been cooking up because, once again, we haven't been sitting idle. We have been really focusing on Tap and really focusing on Thor and scaling that out. That's our product that we know is successful, in demand, and scales. Now, Andy, I know you guys as innovators. I know why you and Sile make such a good team is because you have crazy fucking ideas, and Sile can literally build anything. It's not like we've been sitting around just doing the same shit every day. There are so many things coming out that have been in beta production for over a year now that I think you guys will find very interesting and very fun. So I will say, I think that one of the things I'm most, I think, optimistic about and appreciative of is that people know us and support us as builders and innovators, and that the grind don't stop. And I can healthily say the grind hasn't stopped. While Tap's been the focus, there are some products coming out that I think you're going to shit your fucking pants over. One, how fucking cool they are, and two, what it means for the continuation of that reputation that we've established for Frogs, which is build cool shit, take no fuck. Well, oh, I fucked up my own saying. I don't know how I did that. Build cool shit, give no fucks, take no shit. I think that's how I said it before. And that's the vibe that we're going to continue to perpetuate. I know, I failed. I fucked up my own saying. I still get it cracked up every time I go into the Discord, and then people use the sound recorder, the soundboard with me. What up, motherfuckers? That shit kills me. So anyways, look, I know that this has been a very informational, Frogs Fuck Fridays, and that we talked halfway about what Eric, Undervalued, messaged me before. It was like, hey, we should touch on these topics. And I think we touched on most of them, Undervalued, but what am I forgetting, brother?
Board game.
God damn it. One day, it's just going to be called Frogs Fuck, and you're going to be ashamed and feel awkward to keep it on your shelf.
Is it like a Twister game, or what's that?
Yeah. It's Twister mixed with Simon Says. So it's going to get real weird real quick. Let's just put it that way. But, dude, if that was it, guys, it's been over an hour of talking bullish shit on frogs. As always, the devil's in the details. There's a ton of things that I've really tried to prep y'all for. And I think more importantly, share our vision with y'all about what it is that we want to bring to market, how we want to do it, what are some of the audiences we're going after, what are some of the ways that we plan to get there, and that I want y'all to have the perspective needed for you to really adequately say, hey, I'm comfortable supporting this project. I'm comfortable having some of my bags be in this project. I'm comfortable, with the Frogs as a leader of innovation. Whatever the fuck it is that got you here, I want to continue to give you the information that you need to constantly ask yourself, is this something I can still continue to support? Is this a project that I feel comfortable, being involved in and being supportive of? And that's all I can do. I don't want to do the hype bullshit. I want y'all to know what it is that we're doing. I want y'all to know how we're doing it, and I want you to make your decisions for yourself. And I think, historically speaking, it's been a really great model for us because there's none of that mysticism bullshit. You know what it is we're doing and how we're going to get there. And if history over the last year and a half, 2 years has proven anything, it's that I think we know what we're fucking doing at this point. And phase 2, let's fucking go.
Future looks bright, bro, especially with this next upcoming year when the website's done, and then hopefully we see a little bit more price action with halving cycle and just everything else that's going on, dude. Gets me excited, man. It gives me a little frog boner.
Frogs don't have little boners, Undervalued. They have massive frog boners. I'll just stop right there. That was my bad. Sorry, everybody. I ruined the spaces
all right,
in
guys,
the last
we'll
5 minutes.
Catch you Wednesday is when we're going to do our spaces with our partners. So be on the lookout for a post on the CyberFrogs page. We got 7 of the 16 that are going to be on our first show. So we got a lot more AMAs coming up. We got some exciting partners to roll out. And, it's been the homies in the space for a long time. So we're going to hook them up with Thor. And if you guys know other projects as well, I think we have, 4 or 6 more spots, however many more spots that we got left, that we're going to roll out our freshman class of Thor partners. So be on the lookout for that post later today. Andy, you got anything else before we wrap up, brother?
That's it from me. Guys, love y'all. Frog fam. Frogs for life. Frogs fuck. We'll see y'all next week.
Frogs fuck, and join us for a duck races in the Discord. It's going down here soon.